Hey everyone, my name is Stephanie Espinoza-Villamore, and I'm a librarian here at CSN, and today I'm going to show you how to cite your sources when you're doing an assignment and finding library research through the library website. So if you've got a research paper, if you've got a communication speech, if you've got an English paper or biology paper, more than likely you're not only going to have to find credible sources, which you can do through the library website, but you're also going to have to cite your sources in MLA or APA style depending on your professor's requirements. It's really important to make sure you do cite your sources because not only do your professors require those citations, but it also is proof of where you got your information from, and it gives credit to the original creators or writers of that information. So let's dive into how we cite our sources through the library. Right now I'm on CSN's homepage, but to get to our library website, all I have to do is go to csn.edu/library, and we'll take you directly to our library homepage. This is where you can search directly for sources for any research assignment, whether you need to find books, find articles, find films and videos, or browse our entire collections of databases. And databases are just collections of information. So if you click on Browse Databases, you're going to see our complete list of 142 different collections, and those can be article collections, ebook collections, collections by subject, like all our business databases, all our health sciences databases. You can browse those based on the subject here, or by database type. If you're looking for a particular type of source, like an ebook or an image or a newspaper article, you can go through alphabetically and look through the entire list, or you can go to an individual collection like some of our favorite resources listed here, ProQuest, EBSCO. Those are ones that students tend to use quite a bit. But I'm going to go back to our homepage for just a minute, because say your professor has assigned a research paper and they want you to find articles, and they say that you can write on pretty much any topic and you can use pretty much any type of source, so you're not limited to a particular type of database or particular type of source. We might want to start by going to our Find Articles bar, or you can use the search bar at the top of the page. Either way, it's going to search pretty much our entire collections through the library website. Sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. That's why instead of using the search bar, which does everything, I might want to start by just looking for articles. Plus, all the articles that come through our library databases have citation tools built into the database, which makes it so much easier to cite your sources when the time comes to put together that works cited page or that reference page. So, I'm going to click on the search bar. And I've searched for this before, so you can see it's coming up, but say my topic is Arizona immigration laws. I can type those keywords into the search bar to pull up sources on my topic. Now, to help narrow down the results, you want to try and add keywords that are really relevant to the focus of your topic. If I just typed in immigration, it might be my topic, but it might be a little overwhelming with the results because it's basically a keyword search, and it's searching any article that contains the word immigration anywhere in that article, whether it's the title, the summary, whether it's mentioned in the body of the text. And so we're actually getting over 170,000 results. 170,000 peer-reviewed journal results, but over 883,000 results overall. That's a lot to sift through. So that's why I tend to like adding in some extra keywords to narrow my focus. Like if I was focusing specifically on Arizona immigration laws. Now, my results come up. It's still a little overwhelming. It's over 18,000 results, which is a lot, but it's a lot better than over 800,000 results. And so when I find an article that I want to use for my assignment, I can either click on the title, which will show me all the information about that article before I get into the article, or I can click on the link that says full text available, and it'll basically take me straight into the article, pulling it from whichever database it's coming from. Like for instance, this article is coming from our ProQuest database collection. Now once I've read through this article, I've used it in my paper, I want to make sure that I cite it correctly. It's really easy. You just look for the citation button somewhere on the page, and in ProQuest, it's right here on the right. You look for Cite, and you click on it. Now please note that this button defaults to APA style, So if you're writing a paper in APA format, then you're fine. This will be the proper APA citation. But if you are writing a paper for an English class, it's MLA style, you do want to make sure you hit that drop-down menu. Change it to MLA 8th edition because that's the most recent version of MLA. And don't forget to hit that change button, otherwise it won't switch automatically. Then this will show works cited, so you know it's MLA, and you can actually copy and paste the citation directly into a paper that you're writing, or your works cited page on your paper. So, I've already got a works cited page going here. Since they're alphabetical, I can actually paste it right into my paper where it needs to go alphabetically. Now, of course, it's not the proper format for a research paper. Most professors will require your MLA citations to follow the right format for how the text should appear. So that would be Times New Roman font, size 12, and double spaced. And then you also want to make sure the indents are correct. So you'll notice we have what's called a hanging indent, where we've got every line after the first line indented just one tab. So in order to do that in Microsoft Word, we just put our cursor at the very front of the second line, hit Enter, hit Tab, and then put the cursor in front of the next line. And now that I've already hit Enter, I can just hit Tab and it slides everything over and puts it into the proper format for a works cited page in MLA style. So it's really easy to cite your sources using the library. If you happen to pull up an article that doesn't come from ProQuest, if it comes from another one of the library's collections, so we'll go back here for a second. And I'm just going to click on this article because I know even though we have it in ProQuest, we also have it in other collections like EBSCOhost Academic Search Premier, which is just the name of another database. But say I wanted to go into that database, use that article. See, it looks a little different from ProQuest. We have EBSCO in the corner, so we know it's a different collection. Same article, but different collection, different format. The information's still there, it's just in slightly different places. So again, I just want to look for the citation button. And here it's also on the right, but in this column right here, we want to click on Cite. And then find, if we scroll down, MLA format, so that we can copy that and paste it directly into our works cited page. Don't forget, we want Times New Roman, we want font size 12, we want double spaced. I'm doing this on a Mac computer, but it's fairly similar to how it would look on a Windows computer. And we want to make sure we have the indents correct. And it looks like when we copied and pasted it, it had some highlights on there. So I just want to make sure that there's no highlighting, no color in the background, that it's completely clear. And sometimes if you have trouble with that, you might just need to retype it. But we've basically got all our citations in the proper format. However, it's always a good idea to double check that the computer didn't make a mistake, that all the formatting has been done correctly. And so what I recommend is after we've searched for our sources, after we've cited our sources, put those citations into the works cited page, we go back to the library website. So I'm just going to click all the way back. And I'm going to go to our menu option that says Research Help. We have a handy link that says How to Cite right here that takes you to the library's tutorial on how to cite your sources. If you're not familiar with citation, you can actually click through this tutorial and learn a little more about how to cite your sources, why we cite our sources. But over here on the left, we have both an MLA and APA style guide, so you can double check your sources and make sure that the citations that were created on the computer are correct, no matter what the example is. So we can go down, we can look if you used a journal article, it shows you exactly how to cite a journal article in the format, and give some examples to compare yours to make sure it looks right. If you found a newspaper article, same thing. And of course, if you decide to use a book or a website for your research, obviously there's not a handy dandy cite button in a book or a website, and so you can click on the example to craft a citation from scratch using the information you know about the website or about the book in order to add that citation to your Works Cited page as well. And of course, that's Works Cited page for MLA. It would be your reference page if you were doing APA style, which would be our APA guide. If we go all the way back and click on that link. Now, if you have any questions at any point when you're trying to cite your sources or find sources through the library, you'll notice this button is on almost every page of the library website. It's a big orange button that says Questions Ask Us. If you need extra help or you're confused, can't quite find what you need, we are happy to assist you, any of our librarians. You can contact us a variety of ways. We have our email listed for the entire library email. We have a new texting feature, just allow up to 24 hours response time for texts and emails sent outside of our chat hours. You can call any campus library. Of course, you can visit us in person, or you can use this chat box during the chat hours to talk to a librarian live online without even coming into the library. So there's a lot of ways that we can help you. We want to make sure that you do well on your assignments. So hopefully that will help you with how to cite your sources. Thanks so much.